Stargate, put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it in the future. A new American company that will invest $500 billion at least in AI infrastructure.
The data centers are actually under construction. The first of them are under construction in Texas, the Abilene location, which is our first location.
Abilene is a town on the western central plains of Texas. We kind of scratch and fight for everything good that comes our way.
I had people reaching out and they said, well, is the president going to come see you? And I said, well, he hasn't texted me yet, so.
I think this will be the most important project of this era.
Of Project Stargate, a very mysterious, much talked about, much speculated about project that brings together OpenAI, SoftBank, Oracle. If it all comes together, building after building on this red dirt behind me will be filled with chips that'll power the AI revolution.
What we're undergoing right now is sort of the largest infrastructure build in human history. It's going to
Real estate business, these buildings, these are big, beautiful buildings. They're going to employ a lot of.
How do you personally grapple with the pace of it all?
It does feel like it's going very fast. I certainly think if I could transport myself back 3 years ago, it would seem like unimaginable progress.
This is amazing, explosive growth of intelligence that's coming in our decade. Everything will change.
construction here last June of 2024. This was just a complete barren field.
So
right?
there was nothing here in June?
There were a bunch of mesquite trees and bushes and brush.
Stargate is so mysterious. What actually is happening here?
What will eventually be here is 8 separate buildings, all containing very large clusters of fully interconnected GPUs.
Yep.
Those 8 planned buildings will hold up to 400,000 chips, which would make this one of the world's largest known compute clusters. The partners behind Stargate, OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank, have committed $100 billion to the project so far, and claim they're prepared to put in 5 times that as they expand to multiple sites. This first site in Abilene has been dubbed Project Ludicrous, as in...
Ludicrous speed! Ludicrous speed.
Which is appropriate. The whole thing is supposed to be done by mid-2026.
Are you round the clock, 24 hours a day?
We're round the clock. It is very much a 24/7 operation.
Companies like Microsoft, Meta, Google, Amazon, and xAI are all building AI data centers of their own at sites across the US and beyond. Each company wants to have the most capable AI being used by the most people, and they've committed tens of billions of dollars to make it happen.
There's no one side of being behind is that you're out of position for the most important technology for the next 10 to 15 years.
Beyond just making better AI, many tech leaders want to be the first to create AGI, artificial general intelligence, a super smart agent that can think and learn just like a human, if not better. Large language models like ChatGPT have gotten more capable as the technology's evolved, so the hope is that adding an astronomical amount of compute will make them even more capable.
Take me back to the beginning. People look like they were working very hard and fast.
So we are going to go to one of the GPU data halls where there will be a very large cluster of Blackwell GPUs.
Blackwell is the newest AI-optimized chip from NVIDIA. Once the 8 buildings of Project Ludicrous are complete, each of them will hold up to 50,000 chips to be installed by Stargate partner Oracle.
Happening overhead. You can kind of see these very large pipes that distribute cold water to the individual chips to cool them down.
Keeping them cool typically involves an evaporation process that can consume millions of gallons of water per day. That's raised concerns about the sustainability of this AI boom. With Stargate, though, Crusoe says it's bypassed this problem, using what's called a closed-loop system, which keeps the water permanently encased within pipes.
You 1 million gallons in, and then you don't need more forever.
Yeah, that's essentially right. We basically fill it one time, and then we're done. And that's something we can easily coordinate with the city in terms of getting 1 million gallons of water one time. It's a far different ask than asking for 1 million gallons an hour or some other crazy request, which could be the case if you had an open loop cooling architecture. This is the first 200 megawatt substation. Right over here, there's going to be developed an incremental 1 gigawatt substation. So the total power capacity